Saturday Showdown. Life Esports versus D Plus Kia.
Also would have a bad time in a Braum if Quantum was to pick it, but the Rel, you can just kind of leap over the plants to get onto the Zyro, whereas obviously Nautilus, with the plants down, can have a really hard time getting onto the Zyra. It looks like, though, Quantum Freaks,
though, definitely a lot of power as we go further into the game. We'll see whether they can leverage that as we get ready to jump into the Rift for game number 1.
I expect them to have an edge in every lane, just if it's left isolated.
Well, we've got this one where Delight kind of throws everything into the Aftershock here from Quantum. So it's a little bit of the 3 winning lanes scenario, which is kind of what all of our LCK teams dream of. As Peanut, he's just going to walk on in and wander towards Cuz. I don't know whether he necessarily wants to do that, because the plants are doing a fair bit of work here, but just wants to be able to be annoying. And now Quantum has to flash. Crashdown not really going to quite work, but the flash forward from Peanut, they really want to kill Quantum, and they're not going to be able to, at least not for first blood. It's a trade of 1 for 1, but maybe it's more, as there's a double for Bulldog. And Life Esports kind of going a little too deep. Let's check it out from Quantum's perspective here.
Yeah, so Quantum makes a quick move. The flash is good to avoid the root. But Peanut flashes in so low on HP. And the plants are just doing so much work. Delight is only level 2, gets just mangled by them. And the plants was nerfed. And the damage to monsters was nerfed.
Well, there we go. Apparently I can read, as Quantum's lit on fire. This isn't great. Captive Audience is down, and Viper is just going to grab himself a kill. Took him a little while. There's a 4th shot into Leaper's head. And Cuz looking to come on down. Is going to turn off that one, as Delight getting taken down extremely low. There's a kill going over to Leaper. Deadly Flourish will connect here. Viper trying to get a little bit done, but the plants are going to come down. Offer a little bit of extra money, I guess, to Jin, but still really do age well. And Viper just going to get hooked by Quantum here. And Cuz going to be joining him, and I feel like Viper only just got back, and he's already in a little bit of trouble. Curtain's going to be called, though, as now Quantum's going to get slowed down. Last bullet not going to connect. Hook is going to go wide there as well. Delight and Peanut just trying to get to work on these grubs, wanting to take these ones down, as now Zeka dashing in there. That is a great stun going to connect. The Magnet Storm comes down as well, and Stranglethorns does absolutely nothing. Cuz going to get hit by that last bullet. Good setup here from Viper. And they are able to grab the second couple of grubs.
He's not had a good start, but just in terms of resources, he's so far behind.
He's also Jin. Stranglethorn's going to come out one more time as Cuz is in a bit of trouble. Dudu coming on over, but a little bit late. Finally, he'll get in and goes all out. Flash out from Zeka, though. And Bulldog will be able to get into the pit. He is not getting out, though. That is going to be Doran able to take that one down. Now he overheats, flashes away. The navigation of the aggro just kind of beautiful here, but now Peanut is stuck in there with Dudu. And neither of them are quite able to kill each other. So Dudu just going to dash away. Peanut now just wanting to fight even more as he flashes on forward, finds the permafrost, equalizes there, and Peanut's able to lock down the kill. And they weren't on the nerf list. As now Peanut, he's going to show up, looking to try and kill Dudu here. Let's see whether they actually can. It is Cassante.
He has no ult.
And he will be able to mitigate some of the CC, but there is a lot of it available. That fadeaway was kind of sexy from Peanut as Winter's Wrath comes down. And they're playing with their food a little, but they will be able to finish it off. Turret stacked up quite nicely, but the Rift Herald going to be popped down in mid lane, and Leaper going to be the one to benefit from taking this turret down. Well, Dudu's making his way up. We know that Delight is lying in wait, as this turret is likely just to fall.
You shouldn't be there.
Yeah. It is really dead. Okay, Zeka comes on over, and he's going to grab another one. So we were talking about the fact that Viper's behind. Zeka isn't. He's real big.
5 grubs on the side of Life Esports.
이거 나 평답으로 시작할게.
We'll talk about that in a second. I mean, this play, the tower is healthier, so there's more of an understanding that you'll be able to defend it. But no ult, and also just beautiful aggro juggling
잡았지?
from Zeka and Peanut. So
Pushed their advantage, or created an advantage, as Delight now could find himself in a little bit of trouble. Tried to crash down and instead just crashed. And he's just dead.
Yeah, trying to set a vision there and ends up being... And now the counter pick going to come through.
Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, kill Dudu is, I think, their plan. There's not a lot of CC between this duo, so Dudu doing the walk strategy to get out. Still, there is the Harpoon, as Viper has set up the curtains, and... yeah, Dudu's going to be able to get out. Never mind. He won't be able to get out because Zeka can dash after him.
Yeah,
He almost got out, though. Let's see whether Quandong Freaks can make this happen, as Doran seems to be the target. They're wanting to get a minion wave in there. The equalizer should be used on the wave here if he would like to, and there it goes. Hook going to connect, though, and Delight, he's running in, booking it forward. In fact, flashing in, finds the Magnus on Quantum, is just dead. And now the curtains are called once more. Cuz going to be put in prison. And the last shot going to connect onto the Zyra. Bulldog turns up, Dudu teleports in. But Life Esports have made the defensive play work. Oh dear. Okay, we're going to miss that one. And Peanut not going to find the Arctic Assault either, and then is just going to try and flash away, but that's not really going to work. Still, fair bit of extra damage from Viper, but I'm not going to put that on Peanut's resume.
And Quantum's ult, if you look, just coming up now.
Cuz moving down, just trying to control the area with these plants. They've pulled out the Dragon. Life Esports, if they want to stop this, they're going to have to try and start something as soon as they can. Equalizer is ready, and that's what we need to pay attention to. There it is. Getting a fair bit of value on Delipa here as Zeka's dashing in the curtains. They've been called. Quantum trying to get himself out of there. This is going to be a 50-50, and it's secured by Quandong Freaks. And now the all-out does come on through. The hook is going to connect, and they take down the Rumble. But now Life Esports, do they have them where they want them? The answer is no. The explosion. Zeka caught by the grasping roots. And Quandong Freaks will crush the fight as a result. That's another one. Cuz is an absolute monster, a madman. He's possessed on the Rift right now, but maybe that was a little bit of a step too far from Quantum. And Hanwha will be able to at least even out the kill trades, but that Drake, very important.
So many people caught off guard for it. And now Baron's been started. Cuz isn't in range and doesn't have flash. This might just be gone if they commit.
Well, they're teleporting in because they do not want this one just to be taken right in front of them. The smite advantage will be there. That is Peanut locking that one down, but Dudu, a lot of value. Leaper is now ulted. That's a brilliant equalizer just to try and get them out safely. And they should be able to do so as Viper is...
He's running.
He is running. He is indeed doing some running. The rest of the team is moving on in as well. They're trying to get him out. Oh, saving Private Viper. And it's successful there as well as... Oh, the curtains. They come in and Bulldog. Oh dear, it's just not really his day today. After it really was at the very beginning. Leaper just not there though. He's able to take down a turret in the mid lane. They have the ward in the Tri-Brush, an important one for them making any sort of attempt at this Dragon. And Peanut needs to be very careful. He's going to get hooked back. And there is another depth charge. Peanut able to Arctic Assault to get himself away, but he just purchased that item that allows you to take all of that damage and then not really worry about it. Does need it to kick in though.
Yeah, it's going to take a while really to heal him up, so...
Yeah, still some dashes here as the equalizer value is gigantic once again. Bulldog taken down to 50%. The crash down comes through. The all-out gets Delight out of there, but it also gets Dudu out of there, and Quantum is just eliminated. And look at the residual damage here from that equalizer from previously. That is a brilliant route. Zeka's going to lock down the Zyra. It's all falling apart, and maybe giving away the soul was all part of the plan.
There's nothing they can do. You know, Quantum ends up being the one forced to tank the force shot. He just dies for it.
Oh no, Bulldog is just going to get eaten by a Dragon or burnt to a crisp. I don't think the Dragon really had much to eat there.
This might be it. Look at Peanut in the mid lane. Engage and potentially win the fight.
And the amount of punishment there is for an overstep as well is not to be understated, as Quantum probably didn't want to go into that wall as the culling is flying through. Oh dear, Viper going to be able to take down the new support here.
Oh, the damage!
Oh my god! Leaper just getting barbecued. The Glacial Prison goes wide, but it doesn't even matter. Peanut's able to help lock down the kill onto the Zeri. It's a bloodbath. And Life Esports are going to be able to take it. It was looking like Quandong Freaks found so many of these angles this game. But ultimately, it's Life Esports that have the last laugh. 12,000 gold as they look to crash down this Nexus at 33 minutes into the game. We missed out on the Nautilus lore, unfortunately, but Quantum also having an unfortunate re-debut here in the LCK as well, as he will lose his Nexus, and Life Esports will go up 1-0. Yeah, absolutely crisp. Cuz tried his very best. You can see there, most damage in the game outside of Zeka. I think Viper also kind of looked okay. I'm not a huge fan of Jhin just in general.
Looking at the Braum, a lot of people like the Braum in the MF, the ability to block those ultimates.
Yeah.
But you still kind of get shredded, and he's not great into Rel. because Rel can kind of just circumvent you.
Just maybe. Drafts don't have anything to do with it. Let's jump onto the Rift for game 2. The thing that was different here is Zeka once again pulled one minion so that the lineup of damage is not as comfortable for the Phosphorus Bomb. But then he actually landed the Piercing Light this time. So the mid lane is actually going better for Harmolife Esports than it was previously. This is looking a little bit dangerous. Good crash down there from Delight just to stop Viper from taking too much damage. He's able to spread out those love taps quite nicely. And oh, the double up onto Leaper there. Really nicely done here from Viper. And I feel like it's still the same vibe, right? I know that it's Caitlyn instead of Zeri, and it's MF instead of Jin.
Kill Quantum Freak bot lane.
Well, there's the flash forward. Delight lining up that stun really beautifully. Leaper is extraordinarily dead. He is going to do some alcove gaming for a few moments, and Peanut even gives First Blood over to Viper. And last time First Blood happened in Quantum Freak's jungle, and they got it. I didn't know that that was part of quantum mechanics. Yeah, I need to do some learning. I need to talk to Quantum and Leaper about
science from Ant-Man. I learned mine from Interstellar, so I think I'm a little bit level higher, you know?
So science is all about bookshelves.
Yes.
Got it. And time dilations.
Yeah, and cool black hole animation.
Yeah. And then and Matt Damon turning up.
And being evil.
Yeah. Oh, that's a spoiler. As flash forward from Doran, he's going to overheat. Cuz going to flash away as well as Dudu looking to try and catch up. And Doran might just be dead here. Peanut wanting to get on over, does have flash, but also realizes that Doran is really dead. That was a weird maneuver to make. He is still the Doran we know and love.
Absolutely.
As Zeka and Bulldog are fighting, and Zeka is kind of winning. There's the flash. This is going way better now that Bulldog doesn't start off the lane with 2 kills.
Yep. Some tweaks, some adjustments in the timeline, and Zeka definitely benefiting from it.
Okay, never mind. Dudu might be able to find a bit of an angle here. There's the all-out under the turret, and Doran going to take 2 shots and dead. That's a solo kill for Dudu. The Dusante starting to get online.
You know, Dudu just decides he is that guy.
He is him.
The thing is, the knockback isn't even that big because it hits him into the terrain, so it looked like he wouldn't get the angle, but he still gets the ult. And no flash on the rumble.
And now, because is once we've seen this.
This is the last game. It's a repeat for sure.
And this time Peanut has to flash.
Why did he queue in?
What?
What is he doing?
Huh? Peanut's still sticking around, wanting to be able to grab this, and there it is, secured. Able to outsmite Cuz on that one. Might just give away one of them. 5 grubs is feeling still pretty good, but Peanut, I'm sure he wants it. Doesn't have smite though. Down to 1 health, but still, it is going to be the lockdown by Cuz. And Peanut just holds position for a moment. Maybe needed to scratch his nose or something like that, although he was on the player cam, so wasn't scratching his nose. And now Bulldog going to get crashed into. Zeka dashes after him. There's the culling. And Bulldog going to have to get out of here. Might be a little bit of spare time with the outer turret in mid lane, their worst enemy.
Yeah, we have to keep things as similar as possible. But, you know, with Delight going top, I think it was clear HLE wanted to make plays towards that. Target very low.
Well, we have some bullet time here towards the top side, and it's not exactly a good time for Harmolife Esports. It's a Cloud Soul in amongst it. You love to see that. Dudu is still going to go down, but I'd say that he's typing worth in that all chat like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. But a recall coming in from Doran, he is getting ready to rumble.
Oh, I get it, because he's rumbled.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was also good in team fights, so it makes sense that he'd want to rumble.
Wait, they're in the banana brush. He can just ult it.
Oh, God. And
look at the light. Look at the light.
They are kind of lined up. If Delight finds an angle, though, that's where things are going to get dangerous. Somehow that connected. What? Okay, Cuz is just burning down the culling. Layered as well. He does survive, and that is the main thing, but that Drake is going to be secured. Storm onto for the bullet time in as well. And the all-out is mainly just so that Dudu can get out. 2 of them already dead, lying on the floor. Zeka going to walk towards the traps and almost die, but he is going to survive in the end.
That was gorgeous.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's okay. Quantum Freaks now just parking themselves around the Baron, wanting to get a bit of control of this area. Right now standing on top of a ward, though. Oh, Delight. Oh, Delight. And there they go. They look for Bulldog and they'll find him. This guy can do no wrong. He is the perfect player. He's the ultimate support. The bullet time comes in from Viper and doesn't do a whole lot, but it doesn't matter.
There's no blast cone. because he's going to have to walk around, but how are you supposed to get close when he's waiting?
This man is here! He's crashing down. He might have gone a little bit too far. The door is going to soak a lot. And look, even the best can fall. But he is also just buying time for the Baron. And they also trade 1-for-1. So you take it. He's just standing in front of Quantum Freak saying, what are you going to do? And their answer is, well, not a whole lot. We'll just watch while our inhibitor turrets go down.
Yeah, not a great trade. They got to watch Peanut.
Yeah, they did.
HLE got to take.
He is very majestic.
They're still watching him. They're still taking more.
Okay, and a Nexus turret. The Nexus turret will go down as well. There is only one more Nexus turret to go. Dudu going to get knocked up. And he's not going to be able to find the Q there. Humble Life Esports not actually fully committing to any team fights just yet. And now Quantum Freaks, is this going to be the angle? Is this the time for them to make something happen? As there's Peanut, he's going to turn around. The bullet time wipes them out. Another Magnet Storm is going to connect onto Bulldog, and now it's the flashes forward from Doran and Peanut looking for Leaper. Leaper is going to be able to take down Doran. He has not had the greatest 500 game that he's ever had, and in fact, you know, it's the first one that he's had, so we didn't necessarily know how that was going to go. Still, it is a victory. Humble Life Esports making it look easier here in game number 2, and I am still just as confused as I was at the beginning of this game about what the drafting strategy was, and thankfully we have the space to break down exactly what the thought process was. As Hanwha will finish off their second Nexus of the day. A little bit difficult to kill. Having a look here at some of the damage done, once again, it is Zeka leading the charge there. Unfortunately, Leaper not actually able to find any real moments in this game. It's just the Caitlyn from behind problem, where you live in a trough, and then it's just not a whole lot of fun.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, and I'm here joined by the POGs on the side of Hana Life Esports, Doran, and The Light. Congratulations! First off, Doran, you are the third top laner in the LCK history to reach 500 games. How do you feel? I just realized I was the third top laner in the LCK, so I think it's a big milestone. It means a lot to me, and I'm happy that I got to kind of celebrate it with a victory. And The Light, you guys are on a 6-game winning streak. How do you feel about the win today? Today, we had a really clean communication and performance, so I'm really happy with that. In the first game, the opponent led through Rumble and you immediately locked it in. After the recent patch, do you kind of feel the significant difference compared to the previous patch? Not really. Actually, I cannot really tell, so that's why we went for the Rumble pick early on. And whenever you put down the equalizer, it was a beautiful red carpet that burned the enemies down. So let's take a look at the replay. And would you like to break it down for me? Well, Peanut was a little bit zoned away from the fight. Well, Sejuani already had Warmogs completed, so he could wait for, you know, his HP to get back, so we wanted to take the game slow, and I saw the perfect angle for the equalizer, so I was a little bit, maybe like one step ahead of the enemy, so I could kind of open the fight a little earlier than the opponents could have expected. And actually, Viper was able to end the losing streak of Jean here in the LCK Summer, which was sitting on a 7-game losing streak. What does Viper's Jean kind of make different? I don't know. I personally think that Jean is a really bad champion. You know, he's just trying to get carried. So if you want to get carried, just pick Jean. So he did absolutely get carried today with that Jean pick. And then game number 2, we had this wombo combo between you and especially Miss Fortune follow-up. The teamwork and synergy on the side of Hana Life was so on point. So Sejuani and Rumble was able to use their ult to kind of push the enemy away, and then I was trying to turn the fight around with the second engage with my abilities, and then the follow-up from the MF was also pretty good. And Cloud Templar was also very amazed with that team fight coming from you, and you got 12 out of 12 from that performance as a POG vote. How would you like to rate your performance today on a scale of 10? I would say 10 out of 10. So Doran, your performance has stepped up so much recently. Have you been practicing even more? Well, not really, because I have always been working really hard, but I think nowadays my teammates were also able to play so well for me, so I think we have become even more solid together. Your next match is up against D+ Kia in the Saturday Showdown. It will be a crucial match for the battle for the second place. What do you think will be the key points of the matchup? Back in, first round robin, we lost to them, so I think as long as we can prepare as much as we can, it would be a win for us this time around. Well, it was the opening match for us, so I think we were not able to put up a good fight, but this time around, we will make sure to get a revenge. And this will be the end of the interview from Delight Doran, and back to the space. Thank you.